Shalom, shalom. Kol halalim la Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, elder bishops of Great Millstone. And shalom to the prophets of our body. And shalom to the 144,001 third. May peace and blessings be upon you and your households in the spirit of endurance as we approach the end. Okay. And we are approaching at the end, and it is the tail end. All right. And hey, man, listen, I was thinking last night, 2021. And this is how the thought came in my head. I was watching a Mike Epps skit. People record his comedy shows. Unfortunately, Mike Epps doesn't come in the UK, man. I'd go and see him straight away because I like Mike Epps as a comedian. I was watching it, and it's a 2021 show, I believe, in Jacksonville, Florida. Right? I was watching him, and I thought, 2021. I remember I was watching this in 2021, and we are 4 years later in 2025. And I thought to myself, time is going fast. And I thought, 4 years from now, what will it be? Right? Damn near 2030. Right? And we'll be, Lord willing, Yahweh Shemeshah Ratazah. We'll be in the kingdom way before that, man. Lord willing. As Elder Kazaki Allah would say of, I believe, the elders in, is it Mississippi, Jacksonville, or Jacksonville, Mississippi? Salaki if I got it wrong. He said you can't speed up prophecy in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemeshah, which is true. You can't. Everything's got to be done in the divine timeline of Yahweh Shemeshah. So we're not here long. All right. And once again, double honors to the apostles, elders, elder bishops of Great Millstone, and a hearty shalom to the prophets of that body, man. All right. The men of the Lord. And the affiliate camps also, the men of the Lord. All right. That give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Okay. In the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, and push the real name of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Okay. Now I've got a couple of videos lined up regarding the karagma. Okay. Now I'll sped up the videos because you know how YouTube do. One way or the other, I'll put it up, whether it's Odyssey or see if YouTube works. But let's go. Now, I'm not going to read Revelation 12 verse 12 just yet. Where is it here? What is the equivalent of fair use copyright? It's called fair dealing. So that's the equivalent of the UK for copyright. So fair use or fair dealing. All right. With the videos I'm going to play, I'm not going to make any money out of this. This is simply just to go with the video, which I agree with, all right? But I'm going to read some scriptures along with it. Abaratizah, right? Now, the Lord's divine timeline in our terms may take a long time for us. Even a year is hell, right? But Brakti Habashimashai, the Lord said he's going to speed up the time for the elect's sake. And time is going fast, right? Paraphrasing a scripture there, okay? So even 10 years, right, is, the divine timeline for the Lord. If it takes that long, but it ain't going to take that long, right? Okay. Let's go to, which one I'll read first? Let's go to John 10 and 10 first. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to Salakia. You get excited, man. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come, that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. Okay? Collectively, Israel all going to get life, right, in the kingdom, but the Lord Yahushai, Brakti Yahushai, the Lord Yahushai, His Majesty, came for the elect, okay? For the elect, all right? And they are not going to be penetrated, okay, because they are married to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai spiritually. They are the sole bride of Yahushai, of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, Okay? But it's only you, 2/3, right, that are whores, that are sluts, that believe in every vile doctrine, that will open your mind, right, right, and your hands to beg for what these crumbs, these devils throw at you. So you're going to be penetrated. Okay, you won't have life more abundantly because this damn devil, the thief, the so-called white man, the heathens too, non-Israelites, other heathen nations too. But right now, let's talk about these honkies, these Edomites, these crackers. Okay, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, they're the biggest thief. They've stolen everything. Then afterwards, they call those the countries they stole from third world shithole countries, when those countries were first world before the so-called white man brought his dirty souls, his feet onto that land. All right, that's their nature. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. Now he's trying to steal from you more. How does he steal from you now? Taxes. Tax, 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 tax. Right? He steals, as well as your money, he steals your time. The fact that you've got to work, okay, for him, and in an unjust manner. All right, I'm not going to go into that because I'll be in a tangent all day. But you understand what I'm talking about, right? And he also deletes you, kills you, kills you. Let's just say it, and to destroy through the food, through the medication, through the perpetual cycle. You take this medication, you F up this part of the body. You take up this medication, you F up that part of the body. There's always some kind of side effect that goes to another scripture. They are physicians of no value. All right? Okay? Now those people who took the C19 wacky tacky juice are falling down. All right? And you know about that. And they're falling down permanently, not getting up again. All right? Okay? Now this time round, he wants to do the same thing. He's been doing it since the beginning, since we've been in captivity, with these damn devils, right? Now he wants to do it again. He wants to kill you, all right, if you don't take the charagma. He wants to steal from you, okay? Because they don't want you to have excess. They don't want you to have savings. They don't want you to have, like Jake, if Jake works hard, buys a second home, after 20, 30 years of working and paying off one home, buys a second home just as a retirement, some kind of income coming in so he can, take care of his, just enjoy his retirement. Not that we're going to be here that long, but I'm just saying generally, right? He doesn't want you to have that extra home, extra car. He doesn't want you to have these extra things, He doesn't want you to have anything. All right? What's that saying? Klaus Schwab said it, right? What did he say? What's the saying, Klaus, the ugly Edomite? What is a statement that Klaus Schwab made about you'll be happy with what we give you? Something along those lines. No. This is the one. That's it. What does Klaus Schwab mean? You will own nothing. It's on Quora, whatever. You will own nothing and be happy. Okay? If you're in your right mind, you're not going to be happy. But if you're charagma'd up, they're going to make you happy because they're probably going to release some kind of drug inside your mind. Because when you see these movies with people with a CHIP in them, how do they walk around maneuvering and feeling? They always got a permanent demonic grin on their face, right? And they're always trying to entice you to take it as well. If you watch some of these end time type movies, even though there's a lot of bullshit in them, because they're on that wacky tacky Christian vibration, right? Like Left Behind and all that, those kind of movies or films, okay? And the regular folk have some kind of life in them in these movies. But the ones that have taken the charagma, they've got a smile on their face and they seem to be happy, right? That's what Klaus Schwab said. He doesn't want you to have anything. Okay? And they're moving thick and fast. They're moving thick and fast. Let's go to Revelation 12, verse 12. All right, Revelation 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. They've got a short time. They don't have long left, They do not have long left. That's not the one. Where is it? Okay, here's a video. I put a payment CHIP in my hand. Actually, This Edomite put a payment CHIP in his hand to replace his wallet. Okay, let's just say that. This is from 9 years ago. All right. 21st of May, 2016. Okay. Now I'm going to play it. Okay. Now, fair dealing. All right. Or the equivalent of copyright fair use. Let's go.
I can't believe you just paid with this hand. Like, you just literally put your hand up and you're good to go. Like, that's crazy. This hand. Like, I can't believe you just paid with this hand. Like, I can't believe you just paid with this hand. I can't believe you just paid with this hand. I can't believe you just paid with this hand. Like, you just literally put your hand up and you're good to go. Like, that's crazy. Hi, my name's Charlie.
The future of money. And I recently heard as well that the mint in America has what was that term that they use? Made their last penny. 1 minute. Let's get that up. Has the mint in the United States of America made their last penny? Okay, so this is 2 days ago. When was it? I need a date on this. It says 2 days ago. All right, CNN. Let's go to BBC. U.S. ends penny making run after more than 230 years. Right? This is from the 12th of November, 2025. So it was this week. Well, 2 days ago. Literally 2 days ago. The Philadelphia Mint will strike its last batch of 1-cent coins Wednesday after more than 230 years of production. They will remain in circulation, but the phase-out has already prompted businesses to start adjusting prices as they say pennies are becoming harder to find. So will the rest of the currency as well, okay, very soon. So this is just an indication of the sign of the times. Now let's go to video again. Okay, this is the future of money. Remember, this is from 9 years ago.
Charlie Warzel. I'm a senior writer with BuzzFeed News, and in order to see what the future of money looks like, I decided to live for a month just paying for things with my phone. And somewhere along the line, I ended up getting a microchip implanted inside my hand to see if I could be the first person in the world to pay for something out in the real world using just their hand. I basically wanted to try to download as many apps onto my phone as possible and make sure that I could use alternative currencies and try to secure cash or credit cards in any way possible.
Using your phone as a payment method, we call that a proximity mobile payment. And we estimate that by the end of 2016, U.S. adults will spend $27 billion using their phone at the point of sale. But you look at that in the context in card volumes, I mean, that's a pretty small drop in the bucket.
Hey there. Do you guys accept Apple Pay or any of like the card reader things for your phone? You can't buy anything here, right? Okay. All right. Thank you very much. When you're only using your phone to pay for things, you find that you're sort of pushed to two extremes: really big chain stores or really small, niche, kind of overpriced coffee shops and places like that. A couple weeks into my experiment, I ended up going to Sweden. Sweden happens to be way far ahead of the United States when it comes to getting rid of cash. I ended up meeting with some people who are really active in the biohacking community.
Now, they're way ahead, okay, in terms of going cashless, Sweden. And remember, Sweden was the only place that was not on lockdown during between 2020 and 2023 during the C19 thing. Why? Because remember, like this Edomite said, they are already way ahead. Okay, and this is the model the rest of the world Esau wants to have. This is the kind of model that Esau wants to have in every country around the world. But obviously, they're going to have it in a more of a severe manner. Right now, they're just showing you they're showing it to you in a nice way, like it's going to be hunky dory. But obviously, it's going to be way more gruesome, way more darker, if they're allowed to, if these Edomites, these powers that be, like, get a foothold of society. But the Lord Yahweh Shemashai will, make them feel like they're gonna, but Yahweh Shemashai is not gonna let them. All right. Remember, Sweden weren't on lockdown during 1/9, okay, and they are way ahead. Look, when it comes to getting rid of cash, okay.
Weeks into my experiment, I ended up going to Sweden. Sweden happens to be way far ahead of the United States when it comes to getting rid of cash. Sweden happens to be way far ahead of the United States when it comes to getting rid of cash. Sweden happens to be way far ahead of the United States when it comes to getting rid of cash. I ended up meeting with some people who are really active in the biohacking community and found that you could actually implant an RFID NFC chip in your hand.
So take a deep breath for me and exhale.
And so I figured if I could put it in my hand, maybe I'd be able.
Let's read Revelation 13:16. Revelation 13:16 and 17. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, 1 second. Let's go to sugar. 1 second. Let's go to verse 18 as well. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. What did he say? Sweden is way ahead compared to the United States of America. And this is from 9 years ago, 2016. Right? This is how they buy and sell in Sweden. Okay? They're phasing out money. They're phasing out cash. If you remember, they were saying in the news that the cash is going to pass on this COVID disease or other kinds of diseases via cash. So they want to be cashless. They are providing various scenarios of why having cash or using physical money is dangerous. Okay? That is better to be cashless. So people are tapping. They're using getting tapping. They're getting more to the point where it's a burden for them to carry large wads of cash. And a lot of people, you ask them, I don't carry no cash. Even people that are begging on the street, or even charities that are begging on the street. If you say to them, they're standing, at the exit of a store, and you go grocery shopping, and you say to them, I ain't got no change. No, it's okay. You can use your debit card, tap it away, or credit card, tap away. See, they're getting ready for it in every shape or form. Okay, and what did he say? This is the future. This is where they want to take it. This is how they, people are buying and selling already. All right, and it's going to affect. Verse 16 mentions all small and great, rich and poor. It's going to affect everybody in society. Free and bond, locked down, people that are locked down, people that are so-called free. Okay, they have to take it too, and they're already enticing prisoners, people that are jailbirds. Do you want to go home? Do you want to go to jail? Or do you want to go home? Right? Do you want to go to prison? Or do you want to go home? It's okay, yeah. You want to be out? Okay, cool. You want to be on house arrest for X amount of time or whatever, but you got to take the CHIP. Okay? Now the word mark in Revelation 13:16, right, onwards, okay, I believe it's in 17. Well, okay, in Revelation 13:16, right, charagma, okay, if you go to the blue letter, obviously you can see it there. You read Revelation 13:16, 17, 18, okay. I just chucked in Google. Let's just see what Google brings out, because the information is out now anyway. Okay, what is a charagma in Revelation 13:16 King James Version? All right, the word mark, right? Charagma, because it's the Greek, right? Charagma means a scratch, engraving, or a badge of servitude. But if you go to the blue letter, it used to say insertion or etching into the flesh, closely describing the injection process of a microchip. Charagma is linked to the bite of a serpent, which resembles both a syringe and Satan's role in Revelation. All right, and this is from the 14th of August, 2025. So the information is out there, generally. All right, but the blue letter, gives you a complete breakdown, man. Which our elders and apostles brought out, by the way, in the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yoshai. Now all these wacky tacky crazy churchgoers, that celebrate Christmas and eat pig and all that, okay, now are trying to use, okay, and trying to copy, they're biting off the apostles and elders, okay, but they're doing, but they're not doing it correctly either, but they're trying to bite the style of our elders, all right. me a demonic look. Damn devil.
Able to pay for something with my hand. And so I figured.
So take a deep breath for me and exhale.
Charagma.
And so I figured if I could put it in my hand, maybe I'd be able to pay for something with my hand.
That was it. Breathe.
Yeah.
Keep breathing.
How's it feel?
It's like pinchy. It definitely hurt like way more than they said it was going to. It looks sort of like a grain of rice or like a pill that's in my hand.
I think the idea of using a
It's going to. It looks sort of like a grain of rice or like a pill that's in my hand.
I think
It hurt like way more than they said it was going to. It looks sort of like a grain of rice or like a pill that's in my hand.
I think the idea of using a microchip implant in one's hand to be able to make a payment, I do question the mainstream application of it, but I really think there might be other ways where that might come to fruition, not necessarily through like surgical implant, but through other kind of integrations with the body.
So once everything healed, I decided that I needed to start focusing on how to make this chip work. And I really wanted to become the first person to ever pay for a meal at a restaurant with their hand.
He's not the first person doing that, okay? maybe in his realm the first person, but they've been doing it in Europe for a while.
Eventually, I stumbled across a Venmo engineer who said that he could help me with my task. What they decided is that they would put my Venmo unique user ID onto my chip, which would basically make it so that any phone would recognize my hand as a Venmo app.
You're going to write your secret token for Venmo, and you're going to go up there. They're going to scan your hand, put how much you owe. That's it. Takes a second. Here we go.
So you're good to go.
That was so sick, dude. That's amazing. Yes! That was insane.
We actually accomplished what we set out to do, and I kind of couldn't believe that it was ever going to happen. Like, I thought I got this thing jammed in my hand for nothing. My hand is paying for everything today. If the wallet is here, and your phone is sort of a healthy middle ground, something like the chip felt to me like the furthest possible extreme of, futuristic technology.
The challenge with mobile payment
To me, like the furthest is here, and your phone is sort of a...
So your wallet is here, your phone is here, and then what did he say? The CHIP is here. Okay? Now, he said the wallet is here, the phone is here, the CHIP is here. So therefore, what's in between the phone and the wallet right now is the digital wallet, which is what they're pushing right now. Okay? On a heavy basis, even though other countries have been utilizing it. All right? So the digital wallet, which is being pushed, and iPhone have recently launched. I made a video the other day. The digital Apple has launched their own digital ID. Apple Digital ID iPhone. Apple introduces digital ID, a new way to create and present ID. All right. Apple introduces digital ID, a new way to create and present an ID in Apple Wallet. Okay, from 2 days ago. All right. Okay, because the phone is like a significant. It's like damn near a limb for most people. I was looking out the window when I woke up this Saturday morning on the 15th of November. I saw a Jake couple or a brother and sister, right? Okay, across the road, walking by, probably walking to the grocery store or whatever, and both of them weren't talking with each other, just walking side by side like they're a bunch of drones or clones, right? And they just kept looking down at their phone. So it's a significant part of people's worlds. Some people say that if they lose their phone or they can't find their phone, they're running around like a headless chicken. Okay? So the phone is a significant part of a person. But the thing is, there's lots of flaws with phones. There's lots of cracks. Okay, where you got hackers, you got phones that can be stolen. Okay, it's gonna be hard to steal somebody's hand unless you chop it off. Okay, but that's gonna take a little bit of effort. Grabbing the person, pinning them down, and chopping it off, right? Because they're gonna find flaws even with this technology, or when the financial system crashes, or however the Most High will put the spirit on his devil to do it. Okay, pursuant to Isaiah 45 verse 7. All right. So a phone is a key part of people's worlds. Okay, remember, communication, keeping track of your children, keeping track of loved ones. Okay, emails, Slack. Okay, Teams calls. Okay, texts is all part of business and personal life. So it's a significant part of people's life. So the digital wallet is a prelude to what this devil was saying here as well. Okay, now listen to him again. And they're pushing this heavy. And remember, this is from 2016.
healthy... In my hand for nothing. My hand is paying for everything today. If the wallet is here and your phone is sort of a healthy middle ground, something like the chip felt to me like the furthest possible extreme of...
So we're not too far away from the CHIP, okay? And slowly but surely, problem, reaction, solution, they're going to push the world in the direction or in the corner of taking the CHIP when that time comes, okay? But right now, they've been getting you used to it, all right? They've been getting you used to it. There's a term for it, man. I forgot what it's called. Let's just say they've been getting you used to living a certain way, being a certain way, all right? Streamlining things in a technological way, right?
Futuristic technology.
The challenge with mobile payments is that, especially in the US, it's so easy to use cards.
After doing this experiment, I would bet that in about 10 years, it's kind of abnormal to carry around a wallet that's just stuffed full of cash.
What did he just say? In about 10 years, let's hear it again.
That in about
In the US, it's so easy to use cards.
After doing this experiment, I would bet that in about 10 years, it's kind of abnormal to carry around a wallet that's just stuffed full of cash. That in about 10 years, it's kind of abnormal to carry around a wallet that's just stuffed full of cash. In about 10 years, it's kind of abnormal to carry around a wallet that's just stuffed full of cash. In about 10 years, it's kind of abnormal to carry around a wallet that's just stuffed full of cash. I would bet that,
especially in the US, it's so easy to use cards.
after doing this experiment, I would bet that in about 10 years, it's kind of abnormal to carry around a wallet that's just stuffed full of cash.
All right? In about 10 years, right, he said, right? It's on 21st of May, 2016. We're approaching 2026 now. Okay? There's another video here. I've got a CHIP implanted in biohacking garage. That's from 5 years ago. Let's see what people are saying here as well. Well, looks like the end of the world is coming. Yeah, no, I ain't getting one of those. Those things, just no. People know, even the wacky-tacky Christians have more knowledge on the CHIP compared to Wi-Fi and IUIC and other camps that are pushing that bullshit that the charagma or the mark is just spiritual. It's worshipping Edomite Jebus, Caesar Borgia, Serapis Christus, or dealing with so-called white women, which is bullshit. How are you going to pay and buy and sell by dealing with a white woman? Oh, you go to a store, say, yeah, I'm fucking 2 white women, or I got 2 white Edomite concubines, or 2 Edomite wives, or 2 white women, give me 3 loaves of bread and a case of beans and, some salad or, a case of liquor, whatever, Come on, man. Common sense ain't so common, is it? Okay, so what did he say in 10 years? Aren't we approaching that time now? Okay, aren't we approaching that time now? US ends penny making run after more than 230 years. Play this, 35 seconds.
And I just want to welcome everybody to this historic city of Philadelphia for this historic event, the striking of the last penny. We'll do a countdown on this one. This is the last one. 3, 2, 1. We're saying goodbye to the penny today. Let me just be crystal clear. Like I said, it's still legal tender, and we have over 300 billion of them in circulation, and we want you to continue using them. We're not getting rid of the penny. We're discontinuing the production of it, but we're not eliminating as legal tender.
Okay, but that's the beginning, right? And then they're going to have their actors, their media, their Hollywood-esque type cameras, and their crisis actors and their problem reaction solution scenarios they're going to put in place, okay, leading the world into a corner to push, the digital wallet, and then eventually the CHIP, okay? What did that Edomite say? In 10 years, it's going to be kind of crazy or weird, paraphrasing what he said, to have a wallet stuffed full of cash. And indeed, it is going that way. And that was from 2016, and we're approaching 2026. Okay? So all these roads are leading to the mark, the charagma. All right? Whichever way you look at it, which way these Edomites spin it, they're pushing it towards the chip. Okay? That's their final goal. Okay. All right. Let me see if there's anything else. I'll leave it there. Anyway, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakar Kodash. Shalom.